What was the need for the office redesign?
The office needed redesigning because it was 10 years old, basically, and the layout and the way that people were working just wasn't the most efficient way of doing things, really. And we had some quite major infrastructure requirements, didn't we? The air conditioning needed replacing.
It wasn't fit for purpose.
Yeah.
We were 9 years into a 10-year lease, and we were looking to make an investment, sign up for another 10 years. And what we had just wouldn't have lasted any longer. So yeah, that was the main reason.
How did you find the process of the workshops with all of the team members that were involved?
The process of the workshops worked really well, didn't it? The team were really happy to be involved in actually the decision-making process, and each workshop came up with something that probably we wouldn't have considered.
Yeah, they were really surprised in the first place that we'd asked them, and they were absolutely delighted. It worked really well, and then the ideas they came up with, the finished product wouldn't have been as good as it was if we hadn't asked them.
How did you find the design build process working alongside Spacio?
Working alongside Spacio was actually a real delight. We certainly felt part of the process all the way through. There was a lot of collaboration. And we felt very much part of the team, didn't we?
Absolutely, yeah, really did, yeah. And you just kept us informed. We had weekly site visits when the build was actually going on. We had weekly email updates, anything at all that was a potential problem to the schedule or anything, we were made aware of straight away. And workarounds were come up with, were devised.
Yeah, I think there was certainly a lot of it was solution driven as well.
Yeah.
We found out later that there were problems that we never found out about, which was, from our point of view as a client, it's great. Solutions were found. Yeah,
absolutely.
How has the office design changed the way of working for FRP?
The office design has changed a lot through your work. We actually, through the process of the workshops, realised that we had a lot of meeting rooms that were mainly being used for internal meetings. We didn't need the client-facing space that we had, which meant that we reduced the size of reception, took away a meeting room, but that has meant that we've got a lot more collaboration space and breakout areas that the team can use. Not all internal meetings need to be in a separate room, so we've now got the high benches, the booths in the kitchen, and they are used constantly.
Yeah, and it's good to see as you work around the office during the day, the different areas being used, and the cosy corner as well. It's a simple area, but it gets used. It gets used a lot because it's very comfortable.
Yeah. My favourite area of the office is the staff kitchen. It's such a practical space and it is used throughout the day. In the old space, we didn't have anywhere for staff to go, or very, very little space for staff to go and eat away from their desks. Whereas now, at lunchtime, there are lots of people, all the tables are being used.
Yeah, the kitchen area is a close second for me. I think this coffee area is my favourite. Area. It has a really cosy feel about it. I think losing the ceiling as well, having those ceiling tiles going back to the concrete, having it painted the blue, the colours as well. I think a lot of the colours are my favourite area, and the way that we've used the corporate colours as well within the design, to be able to bring clients into the coffee area as well. It feels like you're in a coffee shop.
Absolutely.
But you're in the office, and it's nice if you're here with a client. People are still coming to make themselves a coffee, but it's not intrusive. It still feels very welcome. I'd certainly recommend Spacio to other offices. The whole process from design right through to build has been a real pleasure to work with Spacio. The collaboration, we've always felt part of the process. They've always been considering our needs. There are situations that we never thought that we would be able to deal with, and Spacio have certainly helped us throughout. So yeah, I'd certainly recommend them.
Completely agree. Every member of the team that we've come across has just been a pleasure to work with. Really friendly, helpful. Absolutely recommend them.